Eden, let's cancel the wedding after all.
Huh? What's wrong all of a sudden?
I'll call the wedding hall and cancel it. Eden, call your relatives, friends, and acquaintances.
Wait a minute, Gabriel. Suddenly canceling the wedding? I don't understand.
I'm in love with someone else.
What?
That's why I'm calling off our engagement.
Wait, you're not making any sense. What happened while I was away on business?
I think it was right after you left on your business trip. I was on my way home from work, and this really beautiful woman started talking to me. We went out for a drink together. We hooked up that day.
What are you talking about? You mean you've been cheating on me?
It's your fault. It was right before the wedding, and you left your fiancé alone for a week to go on a business trip.
I'm sorry about that, Gabriel. It couldn't be helped this time around. A colleague suddenly got sick. I had to go instead.
Well, anyway, we're canceling the ceremony. You don't have to rush back.
I can't believe it. Who is she?
Someone you know very well.
What? Who?
Your sister.
What?
You really had me fooled, didn't you? I didn't know you had a sister.
That's because...
When I went to your parents' house to ask them for permission to marry you, they made it sound like you were their only child. Why did they hide the fact that you have an older sister? Maybe because she's beautiful? Did they want to keep me and your sister from getting together?
It's true that I had a sister.
Finally, you admit it.
But the person you're having an affair with is not my sister.
Oh, come on. You're still lying to me? She said she's your sister. You even have the same last name.
Oh, what's going on?
I heard your sister inherited the whole estate.
Huh?
So I'm marrying your sister and I don't need you.
What?
Think about it. If you're sisters, I'd rather have the beautiful one who's good at everything rather than the unattractive, simple one who really can't do much.
You're terrible.
She told me who you really are. You've been putting up an act in front of me.
What do you mean?
I heard you're really bad at housework. Ever since you came to live with me, you've been cooking and cleaning every day. But your room at your parents' house is a mess. You couldn't even cook a fried egg until recently. You pretended to be a woman who likes to keep clean and can cook. But in fact, you're the opposite.
What are you talking about?
I was going to marry you because I thought you'd make a good homemaker. But when I heard what she said, I lost interest.
She's lying. My room is not a mess. I've been helping my mother cook since I was a kid, so I think I'm as good as anyone.
I wonder. Well, either way, she's a million times prettier than you, and she's a better cook. I don't need you anymore.
Oh, I can't believe this.
To be honest, the main reason I proposed to you is because your father is the boss. If I married you, I wouldn't have to worry about money in the future. And if all went well, I could be the next president of the company.
I can't believe you thought that.
But if it's the same boss's daughter, your sister with her nice face and style is a better deal. I'm so lucky, aren't I? If it had been after I married you, I would have had to go through divorce proceedings and all that. I'm glad we're still just engaged. If your father dies, I'll be a rich man now.
You know, that girl really isn't my sister.
Why are you so stubborn and won't admit it? You're so upset that your sister took your fiancé?
Well, I don't condone cheating. You were never meant to meet my sister.
Shut up. How long are you going to keep lying to me? You and your parents are horrible.
Huh?
I heard your family treats your sister like she never existed. I don't know what's going on with your family. Don't you feel sorry for your sister? She wasn't even invited to her little sister's wedding.
No, that's not what it is.
Then what is it then? What you guys are doing is bullying.
But don't you think it's funny?
What?
If she was my sister and we were treating her like that, she wouldn't get any inheritance.
You just don't know. Your dad was going to give it to her to keep her quiet.
There's no way he would do something like that.
I wouldn't trust a family that would do something to a family member like that. Even my parents got angry when they found out about this.
Your parents?
They said, we thought she was a good girl and trusted her. My mother and my father were both very disappointed. That's because the woman who is going to marry into the family lied to them.
Okay, I'll tell you the truth.
So you're finally ready to admit it.
My sister passed away 3 years ago.
Huh? What the heck is that? That's not even funny.
Just listen. My sister was fine until she collapsed at work. She was rushed to the hospital in an ambulance. By the time my parents and I got there, she had passed away.
Oh, is that so?
My sister had been very protective of me since I was a child. I loved her very much. It was hard for me to accept the reality. I couldn't stop crying just talking about her. I knew I had to tell you that I had a sister. I'm sorry I didn't tell you before. I should have told you sooner.
So?
What?
You just made that up, didn't you?
It's true, believe me.
You just won't give up, will you? Just because I found out about your sister? You're really rotten, pretending she's already dead. Your sister's more beautiful than you, and I don't need you if I'm sure I'm going to get the inheritance.
Oh, come on now. You used to be so kind and considerate. Why?
I was nice to you because you were the boss's daughter. But if all of your father's wealth is going to your sister, I don't see any merit in being with you.
Oh, this is just too much. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. Let's talk about what we're going to do.
I have nothing more to say to you. Don't contact me again.
Wait a minute. Hey, listen to me. Gabriel, what's going on? Where are you now? Pick up the phone.
Shut up. I told you not to call me anymore.
I came back to the apartment and all the furniture and appliances were gone.
Oh yeah, that. I had the movers move it out today.
Move?
Yeah, that's right. I'm moving in with your sister. I'm taking everything to my new place.
What's that all about? You never said anything to me about it.
I told you I'm calling off the engagement.
You were serious?
Of course I was.
Wait a minute. The closet is empty too. Don't tell me you took my clothes and bags to your new house too.
Oh, I sold your stuff to the second-hand store.
Huh?
You didn't use them, so what's wrong with it?
Don't be silly. Give them back now.
I can't give them back because I already sold them.
I can't believe you'd sell someone's stuff without asking. I had a memento of my sister's in there.
It was disappointing. I thought it would be worth 50 grand, but it only turned out to be $20,000.
That stuff was so precious to me. You're terrible.
You're the one who's terrible. You tricked me, so don't play the victim.
I told you that's not true.
You're a scammer. I'll take the money as compensation. It's not really enough to be called compensation, though.
I thought if I told you, you'd understand.
Who's going to believe your story? Your sister is with me now. You're the one who tried to pretend she was dead.
Enough. I understand that you called off the engagement, but I paid for half of the wedding, so I want my money back.
I don't think so.
Oh, give me a break. Even the appliances and furniture you took. I bought those.
So what? It's your fault for lying to me in the first place. It's only right that you give me all the appliances and furniture, isn't it? The money from selling your stuff is my compensation. I'll take the wedding money as a gift.
What on earth are you talking about? I told you the truth. This has gone too far.
You can keep playing the victim like that. Oh yeah, by the way, you need to hurry up and get out of the house as well.
What?
The lease on that house expires this month.
Huh? Why are you so selfish?
It's in my name. I moved out, so it's only natural to terminate the contract.
What am I supposed to do? The end of the month is less than a week away. You can't just ask me to move out.
1 week is more than enough time. I took care of most of your stuff.
You can't do this without consulting me. I haven't even found a new place yet.
Well, why don't you just go back to your parents' place? Or stay in a bed and breakfast? I'm going to bed. I'm going to the marriage registry office first thing in the morning.
What? You're getting married already?
Well, I've only known her for a week. I thought it was too soon too. She's been pushing me to get married right away. I'm afraid she'll run away if I don't hurry, so I thought I'd get the paperwork done.
Unbelievable.
Well, give up on me and find a new boyfriend. Goodbye then. Eden, pick up the phone, please.
You're being a real pest. I'm on the train right now. I can't talk to you. I mean, I don't want to hear your voice anymore, so don't call me.
Then you can text me. Please, just listen to me.
What?
I looked at her family register and your name wasn't on it.
I'm sure it wasn't.
Why isn't your name on there? You're sisters, aren't you?
Now that you know we're not sisters, you must have been in a hurry to call me, huh?
Ugh.
I mean, you usually notice that when you register a marriage, right? Didn't you ask to see her family register?
She didn't show it to me. I didn't think there was any reason for her not to show it to me. I didn't really think much about it at the time.
Oh my God. And you just figured it out now?
I found a brown envelope in a drawer. I opened it and found a copy of the family register.
I wonder if she forgot to throw it away?
Maybe.
Now you know I'm not lying.
But why did she go to the trouble of calling herself your sister? She seemed to know a lot about you. Who on earth is she?
Shall I take a guess?
Huh?
Luna Meadowcroft.
What? You knew her?
Yeah, we were kind of friends, but I only recently found out it was Luna who was dating you. You never mentioned her name, so I didn't know.
Damn. This wouldn't have happened if you had told me your sister's name in the first place.
You're right. If I checked her name in the first place, none of this might have happened. But I was too shocked that you broke off the engagement to think that far ahead. And you never asked me for my sister's name.
You're useless. Then how did you know it was Luna?
When I had to tell people that the wedding was canceled, I called a friend from school and she told me. She's also a friend of Luna's.
And?
I heard that Luna said, "I can't let that woman be happy. I'm going to take him away from her," or something like that.
Did you do something that would make her hate you?
It sounds like she resented me one way or the other. She was my best friend in college, and we were great friends at first. But when I confessed my feelings to a guy in her circle that she had a crush on, he turned her down because he liked me. After that, she stopped talking to me. I didn't keep in touch with her at all.
So I just got caught up in your mess.
It's been almost 10 years since I graduated from college. I never thought she'd still hold a grudge against me. And to name my late sister of all people, Well, I'm sure she thought it would be easy to get you if she told you that she inherited a fortune.
By the way, what are Luna's parents doing?
What?
Luna herself has never had a proper job. She's only working part-time. I'm wondering if she's going to receive any kind of inheritance. For example, her dad's the president of a company, or they own a lot of land or something.
I think they're just an ordinary middle-class family living in company housing. I don't know all the details.
So you're saying not to expect any inheritance?
Maybe.
We've already registered the marriage. What are you going to do about it?
Don't ask me. You're the one who trusted her over my word.
That really sucks.
You did this to yourself.
Listen, Eden, I'm divorcing her right now, so why don't you get back together with me after all?
Huh? What are you talking about now? You said marrying me wouldn't benefit you.
That's because I thought your father's fortune would go to your sister. But your sister's long gone. When your father dies, you'll get his inheritance, right?
I see. So you were proposing to me for the money.
No. I'm saying let's start over because I like you. You're a good cook. You're not that pretty, but you are charming.
How can you say that when you made fun of me so much?
Oh, come on, Eden. I'm begging you.
I'm suing you.
Huh?
We were engaged, but you cheated on me. It's a given.
Wait a minute. I'm the victim who got caught up in your mess.
I explained everything to you. You didn't believe me, so here we are. I've already talked to a lawyer. I'm going to charge you both $20,000 each in compensation.
20,000? You've got to be kidding me. I'm never going to pay you.
I'm willing to go to court. And since I paid for half of the wedding expenses, you'll have to pay me back that amount. And also for the damages for taking my personal belongings.
Come on, you're asking too much. Like I said before, I'm the victim here.
As far as I'm concerned, you're just the perpetrator.
Huh?
I filed a damage report too.
Huh? What did I do?
You stole my stuff and sold it, didn't you?
I told you that was a consolation prize. You hid the fact that you had a sister and tried to marry me.
It wasn't my fault. And I told you that my sister was dead and that she wasn't the one who was having an affair with you.
Wait a minute. I admit that I was wrong about everything. So don't sue me or file a damage report or anything, seriously.
There's nothing I can do.
And I'm sorry I made fun of you. I called you ugly, but I didn't mean it. I mean, it's cuter to have a little flaw than to be a perfect beauty. Luna, let's let bygones be bygones and start all over again, shall we? Let's plan the wedding all over again. Can we pick the same place for the wedding as we did for the one we canceled? Okay, as soon as we decide on that, we'll have to contact the person in charge.
What are you going on about?
What?
I have no intention of doing it all over again with you.
I already said I'm sorry.
If apologizing was enough, there would be no need for the police.
Huh?
I'm not going to forgive you no matter how much you apologize. I want you to live with your sins for the rest of your life.
Oh, really? Then that's enough. I'm bowing down to you like this, but there's nothing good about you. I won't go back to you even if you ask me to.
Don't worry about that, and don't count on your parents.
What do you mean?
I know you're probably thinking of getting your parents to pay the compensation on your behalf. Your parents won't pay a penny. That's the plan.
What the hell?
I went to your parents yesterday to explain to them about what happened. They apologized for taking their son's word for it and said they were really sorry.
What did you say to my parents?
I told them that you cheated on me, that you were rude to me, that you stole things from me, and I told them everything without holding back.
No way you didn't.
What makes you think that?
Because if that were true, I'd be hearing from my dad and the others right now. But the fact that they haven't called her anything, my parents don't know anything yet.
I asked them to pretend that they didn't know until I told you.
What?
Well then, please take care of the fees. Also, I think you'll be charged for the cancellation of the wedding. So including my compensation, I think it'll come to be over $100,000. Do what you need to do to pay it.
I was gonna ask my parents. There's no way I can pay $100,000 by myself. Is there any way to come down a bit?
Absolutely not. I'm sure you'll hear from the lawyer tomorrow or so.
Oh, God. Oh, come on. Just forgive me. We were just recently engaged, you know?
Goodbye.
Wait a minute. Don't abandon me.
Later, Gabriel was apprehended for theft and fined. He was also fired from his job because of his criminal record. He still had to pay me compensation and damages. He asked his parents for help, but they refused. He ended up going deep into debt. I also demanded $20,000 in compensation from Luna. She was just a part-time worker and couldn't afford $20,000. Her parents put up the money for her. They were furious about the incident. I told them that I would make sure that the debt was paid back. Gabriel has since sued Luna for marriage fraud, and the two are in a big dispute. He has been working several part-time jobs to pay his debts and legal fees. I'm sure that my sister is in heaven, watching this whole mess with dismay. As for me, after my divorce, I rented an apartment near my parents' house and started living alone. I have recently started seeing a man I met through work in my private time. I haven't thought about the future yet. My work is going well, and I would like to enjoy my current free life for a while. Seriously? The wedding was so much fun! That was the best day of my life. All the attention was on me for the entire day. It was awesome! Now I'm finally the president's wife, just as I've always dreamed. But I never imagined that your husband, Nate, would be working at Carl's company. What a small world! During the wedding, I noticed Nate was chatting way too closely with Carl and the people from our company. So I asked Carl what was going on. Then he told me Nate was an employee at his company, and I was totally surprised. Congratulations once again on your marriage, Bella. As expected, the wedding was truly luxurious. It was beautiful. Right? It's all thanks to my husband, Carl. Well, I'm beautiful, so he married me because of that, you know? Maybe I should thank my own beauty. Yeah, maybe. So Carl didn't tell you that my husband works at the same company. I knew about it because Nate told me in advance. I mean, it's not like your husband is worth talking about, right? That's rude. Poor Nate. It's going to become even more difficult for him to work. Why's that? Well, Carl is married to the eldest daughter, which is me. So naturally, Carl has a higher status compared to Nate. Even at work, they're not on the same position. To be honest, I feel bad for you that your husband is in a lower position. Hey, just because someone's born first among siblings doesn't mean they're superior or anything. Even in a company, a president should always think about the employees. I don't think they should ever act arrogant or consider themselves superior, you know? Referring to yourself as the president's wife and acting all high and mighty, it's like you're trying to act like a queen or something. It's important to stay humble. Otherwise, karma might catch up with you. Hey, don't talk back to me like that, you loser. Sure, you might excel in studying, but you seem to lack common sense. No matter how intelligent you are, failing in marriage can lead to a miserable life. Wow, you're going too far. You can say whatever you want about me, but don't you dare disrespect my husband. I love my husband, and I've never considered him a failure. I won't forgive you if you ever say that again. Whatever. I just don't get it, I guess love makes you blind. In the end, you can't do anything in this world without money. That's why I aim to marry a company president. Surprisingly, it turned out well. From now on, you have to do everything I say. Why should I? Why not? I'm the wife of the president. I can fire your husband with just one word from me. I don't think you have that kind of authority just because you're the president's wife. Of course I have that power. My husband is head over heels for me, If I wanted someone fired, he'd jump to do it without hesitation. Remember at our wedding? There was this rude employee of his. I just mentioned that the guy annoyed me, and guess what? He said if I didn't like him, he would fire him immediately. No way. That's why it's wise for you both not to cross me. Get it? We hold the upper hand, and you're beneath us. Keep that in mind. Is that clear? Oh, God. My name is Riley. My sister Bella recently got married to a company president. It seems she's completely gotten carried away by becoming the president's wife, which was her long-awaited dream. And as it turns out, her husband is the president of the company where my husband works. My sister has been looking down on my husband and me even more than before, acting like some kind of queen. It's bothering me a lot. However, my sister doesn't know the truth. I don't see her being the president's wife for long. She doesn't know the truth about my husband, the guy she's been disrespecting. I've been keeping it a secret, so it's no surprise she doesn't know. I'm sure she'll find out soon, but for now, I'll keep it quiet a little longer.
Hey, honey, I've got some good news. I might have about 10 days off. I couldn't wait to tell you until I got home.
Oh, that's nice. You've been so busy lately. We haven't even taken a trip since we got married.
Yeah, I know. I've been buried in work. Sorry about that.
Oh, no need to apologize, honey.
But I feel bad we never had a proper honeymoon. How about we plan an overseas trip? Even my dad suggested it. He thinks we should go on a honeymoon. You've always wanted that, right? Remember when I mentioned that my job for the current company is ending soon? I thought now was the perfect time to take a break before diving back into work at headquarters. Turns out, Dad was thinking the same thing.
He's really sweet, isn't he? I think it's a fantastic idea. Let's go overseas.
Let's do it. I'm cool with wherever you want to go, honey. Just tell me your pick. I'm really grateful for you. You quit your job to take care of everything at home, and I appreciate it more than you know. You're always there for me, no matter what. I love you so much.
Oh, honey, I love you more. Thank you for working so hard every day. I can't wait to go on a trip with you. I'll finish up things at home quickly today and start searching for a trip.
All right, that sounds good. I think I'll be able to come home early today so we can talk more later.
Okay, see you soon. Guess what I heard from my husband? Nate is getting transferred in March. Oh my God. Did he mess up at his job or something? That's so pathetic. This is what happens when you don't choose the right husband like me. But you know what? I can change your husband's fate if you will do whatever I ask you. What do you mean? I told you before, didn't I? My husband will do whatever I say. So if I ask my husband not to transfer Nate, he can stay at my husband's company office. So there's this famous cake that I really want. It's in the neighboring town, but apparently there's a 2-hour queue. Since you're just a housewife with nothing to do, can you go buy it and bring it to me? What? No, I'm not gonna do that for you. Aren't you a housewife too? I'm the president's wife. There's no way I'm going to stand in line for that. Standing in line and all that suits you, a commoner. No, I won't do that. What? Who do you think you are?
You better not disobey me, the president's wife. If you disobey me, it won't just end with a transfer, okay? I can fire your husband anytime.
Listen, you're the one who'll regret saying things like that to me. I'm warning you.
What? Why would I regret it?
Aw, you really don't know anything. Poor you.
What do you mean I don't know?
Anyway, I don't have time for this. I have to go.
Hey, we're not done talking yet. Don't you dare talk to me like that. I'm not going to let you get away with it. Riley, why is your husband taking time off starting today? Just because he's getting transferred next month doesn't mean he's done with our company for this month. He should be working. Hello? Are you reading this? What the hell are you guys up to? I tried to give you a chance the other day, but you never listened to what I say. I'm the president's wife. Do you understand what happens if you disobey me?
Can you stop persistently contacting me?
Then you should reply to me immediately.
Did you call me just to say that you can fire my husband anytime? I'm tired of hearing that.
So, you know what's gonna happen. Then you should do whatever I said.
I'm sorry, but we're in Maldives. He properly requested to take a leave today. It's his legitimate right to do so.
What? Maldives? I asked my husband just now, and he says he didn't know anything about it. See? Your husband didn't get the president's permission. Seriously? Your husband is fired this time. Fired.
Listen, if you're the president's wife, then you should understand the scale of the company. There are nearly 1,000 employees here. Are all 1,000 of them supposed to get permission from the president? That's ridiculous, isn't it? The HR department mostly handles leave requests. It's not something the president is responsible for. Don't you know that?
Shut up! Don't talk to me with that arrogant tone. You won't get away with this. Did you say Maldives? You don't belong there. I've never been there myself, but I know I deserve to be there instead of you. Book a flight now and come back immediately. Since I'm a nice person, I'll give you until tomorrow. If you don't come back by tomorrow, you know what will happen, right? I'll tell Carl to fire your husband. I'm not threatening you, okay? It's just that no one can resist my husband's authority. With just one word from Carl, your husband will be out of a job.
That's enough. You should stop disrespecting me or else you'll be in big trouble.
What? Don't make me laugh. What can you do, huh?
I'm warning you. Don't you dare to cross me. Paid leave is my husband's right, so he doesn't have to come back tomorrow.
That can't be right. What I say is absolute. Stop complaining and come back right now. Oh, don't forget to buy souvenirs for us, got it?
You'll regret this. I warned you.
Hey, Riley, what the hell is going on? I told you to come back, but you didn't. You disobeyed me, the president's wife. Just as I said, I asked Carl to fire your husband. He did it right away. But then, Carl was called in by the headquarters and he got fired instead. I don't understand. What the hell is going on? Don't tell me you had something to do with this.
What made you think that? I'm just a commoner, right? You and your husband are superior, so why do you think we could do something?
I don't know. You tell me. You told me something like, I would regret it if I disrespected you again. I've been thinking about why you were so confident to talk back to me. And then, this happened. And I thought you did something.
Wow, I guess you were smarter than I thought.
Excuse me?
I just reported what happened.
What do you mean?
I'll tell you the truth now. Nate is the son of the president of the parent company of your husband's company. Actually, I didn't tell anyone about this.
The son of the president of the parent company? You're lying.
It's not a lie. It's true.
Why is the president's son working as a regular employee at Carl's company? This is ridiculous.
That's because his father assigned him to work as a regular employee. That company, when you consider the entire group, is pretty big, right? It's a large corporation with nearly 10,000 employees. From employees in subsidiary companies, there are various voices being raised about superiors not doing their jobs or being harassed. To investigate that, Nate was directly assigned by his dad, the president, to be transferred to all the subsidiaries for investigation. The investigation spanned several years, and your husband's company was the last one. So, does that mean Carl was investigated too? There wasn't any issue, right? Then why is he getting fired? I find it strange that you think there wasn't an issue. Nate said it's fine to delegate all the work to subordinates, but when there's a problem, Carl acts as if he doesn't know anything. Carl doesn't take any responsibility as president or blames others. He accuses his subordinates of going behind his back and making decisions without consulting him. On top of that, he transfers them to other departments. He even yells loudly in front of everyone. Nate was shocked by how outdated his management of the company is. Oh no! Even you were asking your husband to fire the people that you don't like. I reported that you are a person who brings personal life into the office. What the hell? I also reported that an employee was fired just because you got annoyed at your wedding. Why would you do that? We're sisters! Now you're saying that. You tried to get my husband fired. Even though we're enjoying our overseas trip, you told us to come back immediately, didn't you? Don't call me sister just because you're in trouble. Just to be clear, I'm different from you. I've never acted like a queen even once. Nate was just doing what he was assigned to do. I just helped him a little. Shut up! Don't act like a hypocrite. So you were after the money too. You looked at me with disgust when I said I was the president's wife, but you are the same. I'm not like you. I didn't marry Nate just because he was the son of the president. That's a lie. Don't give me that nonsense. It's not a lie. Until we decided to marry, I didn't know Nate was the son of the president. A lot of women like you went to him for money, which made him develop trust issues with women. He said sorry and mentioned he thought I might have been after his money at first. I realized he was going through a tough time with his past relationship, and it made me want to support and be there for him more. So I decided to quit my job. I wanted to be in his support role. I didn't marry him just because I wanted to be the president's wife. Don't tell me we're the same. It disgusts me. Oh no! Anyway, even if Carl gets fired from the company, it's not because of Nate. Nate just did what he was told. The decision was made by people from the parent company. So if you have any complaints, talk to them. Well, I don't think it's going to change the outcome. Oh my God! Carl really got fired! He used to be head over heels for me, you know? But now, he blames me. He doesn't even want to see my face anymore. He goes out drinking every day and comes back in the morning. When he passed out at the front door after returning home from drinking outside, I panicked and tried to wake him up. But he told me not to touch him and yelled that it was all my fault. Before I knew it, we hardly had any savings left. If he keeps spending on alcohol like this every night, we won't be able to afford to live. This is too much. That sounds tough. But that's not all. My mother-in-law even came over the other day. She confronted me, saying that I destroyed Carl's career. She told me I should start working to support Carl. I can't believe it. I've reached my limit and told his mom that I was thinking of divorce. But she said, after I destroyed Carl's career, I can't just leave him like that. I think partially your mother-in-law is right. Are you serious? Are you on my husband's and mother-in-law's side? It's not like I'm taking sides, but since you're a married couple, if your husband is struggling, you need to support him. You've been helped a lot until now, haven't you? Besides, it's your fault that you guys don't have any savings. My fault? Yeah, you're not working. Yet you have all those brand name bags and shoes for no reason. You probably made your husband buy them, right? But my husband is the president. I deserve to have that kind of thing. You see, even if he was the company president, if you spend money like that, it will disappear in no time. Even at your age, you don't understand such a thing? You don't have to say it like that. You wouldn't understand if I didn't say it, right? Besides, if your husband sees you working so hard for him, I'm pretty sure he will do his best to get back on his feet. I don't want that. I don't want to struggle. Riley, please, I want you to help me. Help you how? I want you to give me some money. If your husband is the president's son, you must be rolling in wealth, aren't you? Come on, sis, cut it out. I thought you were going to ask me to borrow some money, but now you're telling me I should give you some? You're not thinking about working at all? I don't know how to get a job. I don't think I could ever get a job. First of all, you're not working either. Look who's talking. That's because for us as a couple, we believe it's for the best. If my husband became unemployed, I'd work from morning to night. I will do anything to support him. Isn't that what marriage is about? And you don't know how to get a job? Why don't you figure that out on your own? I gave you a warning, right? I told you not to cross me. You did, but... If you had apologized back then, I would have kept quiet about you. But you were busy acting like a queen. You never listened to what I said. You brought this upon yourself, so deal with it yourself. Please, Riley, don't abandon me. Riley, help, please. After that conversation, I immediately blocked my sister's contact. Unable to divorce and with their savings depleted, my sister finally resigned herself to the fact that she had to work. I heard she started working as a cashier at a nearby supermarket. I was really surprised when I happened to see her. Bella, who always seemed so confident and acted like a queen, seeing her looking unsure and fidgety, I couldn't help feeling a little sorry for her. But I hope she learned some lesson. After Nate finished the assignment, his dad announced that he is retiring as president, and Nate will officially take over the company as the new president. I think my husband will be even busier from now on. But no matter what, I'll be by his side, supporting him every step of the way.
You crappy sister, you're not home again. I don't care if you're busy or not. Do what you have to do. Are you out of mind? If you don't understand this, you'll be in trouble. Understand? Alex, I told you this morning I'm going to be away for a while. I'm going abroad on a business trip, okay? What? You saw me leave the house with the luggage, right? That means I'm going away. A business trip abroad, huh? Yeah, right. What is it? An idiot like you? A business trip? Yeah, right. You just go fooling around, aren't you? You always try to look good, but you're not. Okay, whatever you say. What? Anyway, I'm going abroad on a business trip, and I don't know when I'll be back. You should at least do the housework yourselves. What? I still have work to do, so I'll see you later. I'm sure you're just playing around in some shabby beach resort with what little money you have. Don't you make us do all the houseworks? You telling us what to do? You see how this turns out. Hey, you crappy sister-in-law. I heard you went on an overseas trip. It wasn't just a trip. It was a business trip. Why do you not understand what I say? What? Because you're so stupid. You always give us fake information just trying to look good. You are a low-educated, low-income, bottom feeder, and you don't deserve a business trip. Did you finish what you wanted to say? What? I'm on an overseas business trip for work. It's not a trip. Don't get that twisted. So what's the point, sister-in-law? An idiot like you can get a big assignment like an overseas business trip. Don't lie to me. I have to go to work now. Hey, you idiot, ignoring me? That's impossible. You're going to be punished for this. Hey, crappy sister, why is your room locked? I can't get in. Of course it's locked so that you guys can't come in. What? Okay, that's not the point now. Are you and Kate ready to move out? Move out? You forgot? You two moved into my house because your old apartment was going to be demolished. And you said you were going to live here until you find a new place to live. Now the deadline is just around the corner. Yeah, okay, we're moving out. Wait, you said your house? What? Nothing. Anyway, you keep your promise. I heard you said something weird to Alex. What about your house? What? Well, this is your parents' house, so it kind of makes sense, but... Kate, what is it? What's wrong with calling my house my house? Yeah, whatever. I don't want to waste my time explaining it to someone who's so stupid. Okay, I see. By the way, you heard it from Alex, right? About what? About moving out. He said something about it, but we're not going to move out of this house. What? I mean, Alex will eventually get this house sooner or later, right? So it's you who should leave. Kate, what is it? I threw away all your belongings so you don't have to come back here anymore. What? You threw them away? Alex broke down your door. He broke it? Because we can't clean up that way. Every chest and drawers was emptied and we got rid of everything. Okay, I see. That's why I don't have to come back. That's right. This is Alex's and my house from now on. Great that I don't have to come back. What? Well, I guess great is not the word. There's still other stuff I have to do. But after I've taken everything I need out of the house and I needed to get rid of the rest of my stuff, but you did it all for me. What? Thanks for cleaning up. You've been a big help. Wait, what? You were planning to get rid of it? Yes, I was. I'm moving out. What? Oh, so this is what it's all about? You should have told us earlier. It cost us a lot. Just give me the receipt. I'll pay you back. Okay, I'll send you right away. You and Alex should hurry up and get ready to move out. What? There's only 1 week left. Hurry up. What? What? Why should we hurry up? Oh, don't tell me you forgot. I told you, right? Now that the house is sold, we'll be moving out in a couple of months. What? This house is sold? Hey, did you really just sell this house? What the hell were you thinking? You forgot about it? You always don't listen to what others say to you. What? You know, Alex, our parents changed the ownership of that house when they moved away. What? It should have been me. You and your wife are spending too much money. I know you lied about the demolition of your old apartment, and in fact, you were evicted for non-payment of rent. Well, I didn't think you knew. And I told you this, Dad's going to be away until he retires, so he said he bought a condo. What the? And then I'm living abroad for business. You're living abroad? An idiot like you? It's true. I've been working for my company since I was very young. The reason was because Dad was sick at that time. I didn't have a big problem with my grades. Really? That's why I got all the qualification I needed for my job, and now I've been promoted to section manager. Okay. I'm currently working on the procedures for living here while I'm on a business trip. An idiot like you can get promoted? That again? Because isn't it funny how undereducated you are? You already know that which school you went to doesn't really matter. What? What do you mean? I asked my friend who works at your company. Both you and Kate work for a big company. She said you two are useless. Shut up! So, we were going to sell the house, considering that it will be difficult to maintain it in the future. And when the house was sold, you and Kate moved in. What? I did explain all this when you guys moved in. And you said you got it. Seriously? What's the point of lying now? So you're serious. Don't tell me you haven't looked for a place to move yet. Of course not. We didn't think we had to leave. I told you to listen to me. Shut up. Anyway, find a new place to live as soon as possible. Do you know any real estate agency? No. Oh. Sis, help me. Why do I have to? You're my sister. So? So help me. So you're stupid you can't even find an apartment. What? Well, I guess you still have a little pride left in you. You and your wife will try your best. We don't have any money. I don't know. Sis, help me. I'll see you later. Don't leave me alone. What did my brother and his wife do when they had no money to pay for the move? They decided to quit their jobs at a big, stable company for a reason that I don't understand. I was like, what the hell? I also decided not to help because they are not little kids anymore. But I guess they haven't changed a bit. From the very first day of the new work, they had trouble with the co-workers and they have no one to turn to now.
Hey, Susan. Hey, Mary. It's unusual for you to lie me. What is it? I'm sure you probably know why I lined you today. What does it mean that your wedding was actually last week?
Oh, I see. I informed you that today is the wedding day. I totally forgot about it because I'm so happy with my newlywed life.
Judging from your behavior, I guess you did it on purpose.
Ding dong!
Can you explain what's going on? I took a plane and a bus all the way to the wedding venue.
All the way sounds like a bit of an exaggeration.
If you have a good reason, let's hear it.
I don't know if it's good enough for you, but I hope you'll understand it.
Enough with the preamble. Let's get to the point.
All right. You haven't been in touch with your fiancé lately, haven't you, Mary?
What?
Actually, that fiancé is now my husband! Surprise!
Huh?
I know you're shocked, aren't you, Mary? But it's too late now. Your fiancé is mine, Mary. I mean, your ex-fiancé.
Well, you're saying you purposely informed me of a 1 week late wedding date because you didn't want me to join the ceremony.
Yes! I didn't want to see you cry ugly, so I got married last week. It was a bit of a hassle, but I made you a special invitation with false groom's name and date written on it.
Oh, I see. By the way, what is my fiancé? Who is it?
Huh?
I don't think I have a fiancé.
Oh, come on, don't be silly. Seeing you acting like such a fool makes me laugh more than feel sorry for you.
So, there's no wedding today, right?
That's right. It's so frustrating, isn't it?
Oh, well. Since I'm here, I'm gonna go see the sights around here and go home.
You poor thing. Now got invited to your own sister's wedding and desperately craving love from your family. Hi, sis. I'm on my honeymoon starting today. We're going to Bali, where you wanted to go with your ex-fiancé, who is now my husband.
Huh? Bali?
You must be jealous.
I went there with my friends a year ago.
Huh? You've never been overseas. I don't know what you're talking about.
Recently, I go abroad several times a year for work or on vacation, so I don't feel jealous about it. Detoxing with a superb time in the countryside is my favorite way to spend my holidays now.
What's that? You sound like an old lady. Oh, you are an old lady. You're much older than me, in your 30s. Too moron that you didn't even notice your sister had married to your ex-fiancé. Oh, Mary, you poor old unmarried maiden.
Susan, who are you talking about? My ex-fiancé? I have absolutely no recollection of such a being, so tell me his name.
Absolutely no.
Why?
I don't want my husband's name on this thread. I'm afraid you'll do something terrible to us when watching his name and getting jealous of us.
How could I be jealous of you and someone whom I don't even identify?
Oh, my darling is calling me. See you later.
All right, Susan. You're really not gonna tell me his name. Hello, Michelle. Long time no see. I'd like to ask you something.
Hey, Mary. Long time no see. I heard you had a hard time last week. Are you all right?
Huh? What do you mean?
It's about Susan's wedding. You couldn't attend the ceremony because you were sick and got in hospital the day before. I heard so from my cousin who was there. She said that Susan told the guests like that.
Oh, your cousin was there. I see. So that's how Susan made up the reason for my absence.
Huh? It's not?
You know, I once told you that I was not getting along with my family, didn't I?
Yeah, but I thought you'd made up.
Maybe somebody said so at the wedding.
That's what my cousin told me, but
actually, Susan purposely sent me a week-late date wedding invitation.
What? Oh, that means... Whoa, that's terrible.
Well, I've already given up on them, so it's fine. The invitation was totally a fake. Not only the date, but even the bridegroom's name.
What? Why did she do that?
Susan seems to get a wrong idea that her husband used to be my fiancé.
She does?
She's so excited at the thought that she stole my fiancé and got married, and keeps sending annoying messages online. Even when I asked his name, she just got weirdly amused and didn't tell me.
Oh, well.
That's why I contacted you, Michelle. I need to know his name. Can you ask your cousin for the groom's name?
Okay, I got it. She lives next door, so I'll just go ask her. Sorry to keep you waiting. Nick Haddison is the groom's name.
Nick Haddison?
What's wrong?
Nothing, yeah. Well, now I know who he is.
Oh, really?
But it's gonna be a bit of trouble. I'll tell you all about it when everything is done.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Thanks for the info.
Hey, sis! What are you thinking? Charging us alimony? How could you do that to your own sister and her husband?
What did you think the alimony for?
Some kind of pair for a broken heart due to a broken engagement? I can't believe you're charging your own sister and her husband.
Then I assume you received the contents certified mail, right? It's not me that filed the claim.
Huh?
The sender is a woman named Mary, but it's not me. With careful looking, you would see the last names are different.
Oh, right. Who is this person?
The woman that Nick Hedison mistook for me and toyed with.
Huh?
I met Mary in a hobby class and became friends with her, coincidentally being the same name and age. Nick was also in the same class. Hearing rumors that a woman named Mary is rich and runs a company, he passed at Mary. But actually, I'm the one who runs a company.
Huh? You run a company?
Let's leave that surprise out of the story for a moment. Nick mistook the other Mary, who looks like a smart woman, for someone rich, made her his girlfriend, and then asked for money from her. After they were engaged, he found out she's not the one and dumped her immediately.
What?
He made a pass at me right after that, but I knew what the jerk had done to Mary, so I simply turned him down. At that time, Mary was getting ready to file a claim against Nick for his domestic violence, but that bastard ran away.
You don't mean he ran away and...
I don't know how it happened, but he found out our mom and dad also run a company. To take their property, he set his sight on you, who would do anything to harass me. He approached you saying he was my fiancé, and of course you wanted to take him from me. Thus, he succeeded to marry you.
Oh no! What's that?
You should check the family's property situation as soon as possible.
Huh?
It will be a big problem if Nick has his hands on it.
Oh my god! We've been robbed! I told Dad to check and he said $100,000 was missing!
Oh my god.
What am I gonna do?
If you hadn't done such a stupid thing as faking the groom's name on the wedding invitations, you'd have known about it earlier. Well, you caused it by yourself in a way.
Don't be hard on me like that! Help me!
Why?
What?
Do you remember what Dad, Mom, and you said to me the day I was kicked out of the house? You are not one of us. Susan is the only daughter we have. I won't help you if you're on the street. You ugly bitch, go live on your own. Do you think I want to help someone who said that to me?
Don't you know the word help each other?
I don't remember being helped.
Help me!
Why should I help you?
Your family!
I was kicked out of the house being told I was not one of you.
You're my sister!
If I'm not one of you, that means I'm not your sister.
Sis! Stop bubbling and do something about it! You annoying, cocky, ugly bitch!
I'm amazed you can come up with those words in this situation.
Oh, I mean, you are the richest in our family now, for sure.
Don't include me in your family.
Help! Give me some money!
Goodbye.
Sis!
Well, about the money that Mary charged them, Nick managed to pay it with what little savings he had as an emergency fund. So they could solve at least one problem. But another one came up, sending my parents and sister into even more torture. I heard that Nick used up the $100,000 he had stolen from Dad as soon as he married Susan. Then, a major incident occurred from another direction. While the family was struggling in a chaotic mess, the executive director of their company, who had been at odds with Dad, left the company and started his own, taking 90% of the employees with him. The company instantly ceased to function and went bankrupt. Now, there is a battle between Nick, who wants to quickly divorce and leave, and my parents and Susan screaming for money back. It's just like hell where they keep fighting without end and survive in an extreme poverty.
Excuse me, Carrie? Carrie? Why aren't you at your desk? I have an urgent task for you and you are out of office. This is unbelievable. Huh? Oh, this is Linda from sales? How are you doing, Linda? Get back here as soon as you can. It's almost COB. Why are you slacking off? You're 7 years older than me. It's embarrassing. Sorry, I'm out shopping right now. Huh? Shopping? We're having a barbecue tomorrow at the office. We're buying food for it. Oh, the barbecue that Mark is hosting. The big boss, huh? I like him. He's good looking, only 32, and he's a nice guy who treats his employees well. I wonder if he has a girlfriend. Hey, what do you think? Hey, Linda, I thought you had something urgent for me. Huh? Oh, that's right. I should be back in about 30 minutes. Please leave a memo with the necessary information on my desk. If there is anything I don't understand, I will ask. Got it. Linda, where are you? The deadline for the task you left me is today. Yep, that's why I said it was urgent. It looks like something that could have been handled a month ago. Why are we doing it now? There's a lot going on over here. The only reason that you can put food on the table is the sales department's hard work. Don't argue with me, just get it done. I am free right now, so I'll take care of it, but please be careful next time. Yes, of course. Speaking of which, have you finished shopping for tomorrow's barbecue yet? What? Yes, I did. I'm in the middle of putting the items in the fridge right now, but I have other employees working on it. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Hey, I heard you're free to wear whatever you want, so I'm thinking of wearing a cute dress to win Mark's heart. What about you, Carrie? It's a barbecue, so I think I'll wear something that's easy to move around in and won't get dirty. Lol. I guess that's all office workers know how to wear anyways. Especially basic old ladies like you. Lol. JK. I'm done. I hope so. Anyways, I'm gonna go finish up our task. Leave that printout on my desk when you're done. Oh no, Carrie. I don't care that you're a basic old lady. What's with the jeans and hoodie? The boss is hosting a barbecue today, you know? This is your chance to impress your handsome young president. You don't know how to get a man's attention. Oh, look who's an expert. You'll get dirty while grilling meat and washing dishes. That's why sensible people don't wear dresses to work barbecue. You don't get it. An event like today is a rare chance to get to know the president. Oh, yeah? Yeah. Oh, I get it. You're dressed like that because you know your role. My role? Yes. A secretary is just a company maid. So that makes you the waiter at today's barbecue, right? Well, general affairs does take care of the events Mark hosts. But come on, a waiter? Oh, sorry. Then you'll be my exclusive meat cook. What? There's only so much a waitress can do. A waitress has to take care of the employees and entertain them. So you'd better listen to my orders. Cook your own meat. Huh? I'm going to refill the drinks, if you'll excuse me. Huh? Hey, you're my personal waiter. Don't ignore me. Hurry up and come over here and grill my meat. Carrie, why are you chatting with the boss behind my back? You're just a clerk. You should know your place. Don't you dare flirt with the president. I'm the only one who can deal with the president. I'm in sales. We are the top department. We had a moment earlier when I offered him a glass of wine. I almost have him, so don't mess this up for me. And stay out of my way. Haha, nice touch. How does it feel to have beer poured over your head? Stop! You're the one who did it. That's what happens when you're just an office clerk trying to impress the boss. I was just talking to the president because he asked me to. Oh, I bet. Come on, get back to being my personal waiter. I've already blessed you with beer. Go back to grilling meat for me. I'm going to go change. Huh? It won't make any difference if you change your clothes. I'll catch a cold if I don't. Oh, by the way, the boss said he had a surprise announcement at the end of the barbecue. Maybe he will profess his love for me? He probably liked it when I poured a beer on your head. Yay, I'm going to be the princess of the ball. Oh, there's some meat on the grill. I'll eat it while I still can. Oh, that's right. After the announcement, I could bring the beautifully cooked meal to the president and say, I grilled it myself. And then we'll make out in front of everyone. That can't be allowed. Oh, this meat is great. What the hell was that surprise? The boss said he's going to introduce his fiancée? So we're going straight to the engagement? Not what I expected, but I can get used to the idea. What's Carrie doing? The engagement announcement wasn't supposed to be for 2 more months. Huh? But you've been after Mark so blatantly. So what? There's no one more qualified to be the boss's wife than I am. You know Mark is a recovering alcoholic? What? He told you he wasn't drinking, but you insisted. While Mark was out of the room, you poured alcohol into his coffee without permission. If I hadn't noticed, he would have drunk it and been carried off the wagon. What? Wasn't that wine in that cup? I told you he can't drink, so we know it wasn't wine. I thought you were just embarrassed by my pouring. I felt your behavior put Mark in danger. And pouring beer on my head? That was too far. So we announced our engagement early. What a joke! How can a secretary marry the president of the company? You're basically a maid doing jobs anyone could do. I've known Mark since I was a child, and we've been dating since we were 20 years old. What? We used to work for different companies. When Mark decided to take over his grandfather's company, I thought a wife ought to know something about her husband's company, so I came here with him. Well, if you're just a secretary, it's easy to change jobs, isn't it? Linda, you don't understand how hard it is to be a secretary and seem to look down on me. And I don't really need that from one of the lowest performing people in sales. Whatever. If Mark is taken, I'll just go to the next one. The next one? The executive director's son. He's the president of the venture business. The executive director's son. He's a ball buster. Yeah, I don't think so. What? Why not? Remember eating all the meat that someone else was grilling? What's wrong with eating meat that's already cooked? That meat was being grilled by the executive director's son. Huh? It was a family barbecue, so the executive director's son was there too. He said, I was supposed to cook for myself, but there was a woman who was eating the meat as fast as I grilled it. She was wearing this prissy dress that did not belong at a barbecue. Who do you think he was talking about? I don't know. I wouldn't be worrying about an engagement right now if I were you. Hey, why am I being fired? I didn't do anything to get fired. It's the company's decision, not mine. Maybe you told the boss something. I wouldn't let my personal feelings affect work. But, I mean, your behavior at the barbecue certainly triggered it. What do you mean? First of all, you snuck alcohol into the cup of the president, who is a recovering alcoholic. Second, you poured beer on my head. Also, you ignored common courtesy and stole food others cooked. From this situation, it was suggested that there may be other victims of your behavior, and the internal compliance staff investigated. What? Investigation? Let me explain. I am also a member of the compliance department and the person in charge of this case. And then the questions started popping up. At a party in a department, you encouraged an 18-year-old employee to drink alcohol. Then you made fun of them for not drinking. Let's see. There is trying to steal another employee's sales results. And, of course, there were many other minor complaints that kept coming up. I have complaints? For some reason, it had not come up until now. But adding them all up, they were quite severe. You've also been causing trouble for business partners, and that's what I know. No way. Sorry about that. This was explained to you when you were fired, wasn't it? Yes. You should really try respecting others. It's a pretty basic life skill. Now, if you'll excuse me. How did someone like Linda end up in the sales, which is the top department? I've been wondering. I heard that the former sales manager had a connection who owed her a favor and couldn't turn her down. I'm not sure how to feel about that. Besides from pouring beer on me, Linda really provided very little for the company. Apparently, a damage report was filed in connection with an 18-year-old employee. I talked to Mark and decided to give priority to that case. After that, Linda was saddled with a large amount of debt, either as a settlement or as a consolation payment. Now, to repay her debts, she is working a series of grueling jobs. She is now living in extreme poverty, complaining, "Why me?"
Hey, can I ask you something? Sure, what's up? I'm at the park with my kids, and we've become friends with the family next door. Oh, that's nice. Is there anything I can help with? Actually, my kid wants to invite them over to play at the pool. I don't know if I should say yes. Oh, why not? Well, it's not just us living in the house. I thought I should ask you and your parents first. Oh, don't worry about it. You can invite them over. Are you sure? I'm worried the kids might bother you. It's really fine. It's good for them to have friends over. It doesn't bother me at all. That's good. Actually, I have a favor to ask. What? Could you be a little quiet just that one day? Quiet? Am I being noisy? No, it's not like that. I just wanted to let you know, just in case. Oh, okay. Sure, I'll make sure to be quiet. Thank you. I was really worried you might say no. You're always at home, right? I thought it might be a big deal for you to have guests. Oh no, you don't have to think that way. It's really fine. You don't have to worry so much. Really? Matthew said you hate it when people come over. Well, I'm glad you said it's fine. Anyway, I think you should get out and refresh yourself once in a while, don't you think? My brother said that? That's not true. But yeah, you're right. I think it's a good idea to go out sometimes. Like, go out and find someone to marry, you know? Ha ha ha. Oh, I wish it were that easy to find someone to marry, haha. I'm not thinking of getting married yet, though. So, you're not planning on moving out for a while? Well, there's no reason for me to move out of the house. I see. Well then, I'll let you know when the kids will be here. Okay, please do. Hey, Danny! Can you please stop ignoring my calls? You're at home, right? Hey, Amy, what's wrong? Yeah, I'm at home. Why are you calling me? Are you doing this on purpose? What? Did I do something wrong? What are you doing in your room? You're making so much noise. Oh, sorry. I just needed to move my desk. I told you to be quiet today, didn't I? What? I thought they left already. No, they are still here. The kids are tired of playing and are taking a nap right now. Oh, I didn't realize they were napping. I'm sorry. I didn't think they'd be napping around this time. My bad. I'll be quiet. Thank you. Yes, kids take a nap when they're tired. It's common sense. Well, since you've never had a child, I guess you don't know that simple thing. You know, I've been thinking. I think it's impossible for all of us to live together. What do you mean? I think there are too many people in this house. There's your parents, our family, and you. 7 people living in the same house? But I think this house is the perfect size for a big family like ours. Besides, we've been living together for 3 years already. I don't know why you're saying this now. We've never had a problem before, right? No problem? Really? From my perspective, it's really hard. My mother and father-in-law are downstairs, and my sister-in-law is upstairs. It's really stressful, to be honest. Is the noise bothering you or something? No, it's not that. You know that I'm pregnant, right? I think it would be better to have more rooms for the kids. Don't you think? I think it's time for you to become independent. Wait, are you saying that you want me to move out? It's not like that. I'm just saying that maybe it's time for you to think about becoming independent. Look at you being dependent on your parents at your age. Don't you think it's embarrassing? What? I don't think it's embarrassing at all. Oh, really? If I were in my 40s, living with my parents, unemployed, doing nothing in the house, I'd be so embarrassed and ashamed. I'm pretty sure everyone will feel that way. You're being a bad example for my kid too. What? I'm not unemployed. I work from home and I support my parents. I didn't know that you were thinking about me that way. You're completely misunderstanding me. I don't think so. Supporting your parents? You mean giving them $100 every month? I don't think you can call that supporting them. Well, it's not just money. Besides, this house is... Look, you're not going to get married, are you? Have you thought about your old age, being single? Don't tell me you expect us to take care of you. I'm single now, but that doesn't mean I've decided not to get married. Oh, Danny, I don't think you'll ever find someone who wants to marry you. No one will fall for an old, unemployed woman like you. Yes, I'm old, but I'm not unemployed. Oh, please. You're always at home doing nothing. Anyway, just think about your future more. You're being selfish for staying in this house. Because of you, I can't relax at home. Is that what you really think? So I was the only one who thought we had a good relationship until now. Since you started dating my brother, I treated you like a real sister. But behind my back, you were looking down on me like this? Honestly, I thought you were always being fake with me. Recently you gave me a gift for the baby shower, right? I'm sure you asked your parents for money to buy that gift. It looked so cheap. No, I used my own money. Whatever, I'll be honest with you, I never liked you. Because you're living as a parasite of your parents. Excuse me? I'm tired of your presence in this house. Get out now. Well, if you really want to hang around, I might consider it. Maybe when my kids grow up and move out, you can stay. But don't think you'll be lounging around. Chores will be your responsibility. Hold on. Are you saying that once your kids are out of the house, you expect me to stick around as your live-in maid? Does my brother feel the same way? Of course. Matthew also said that it would be better to have more room for kids. Nobody wants you to be in this house, okay? Just get out of the house. It makes me sick to live with you. I just want to live peacefully in a house where you are not in my sight. Alright, if you hate me that much. As you wish, I'll make sure you don't have to see me anymore. You won't regret it, right? Of course I won't. We don't need a lazy, selfish person in this house. So, when are you going to pack your stuff? Today? Tomorrow? I don't think I can do it that soon. Well, you should do it as soon as possible. Let me know whenever you are ready to leave the house. Seriously, it annoys me to see your face every day. Alright, bye.
Hey, honey, I'm heading home now.
Hey, that's good. Please take care.
Amy, is everything okay?
Yeah, I feel nauseous every morning, but I guess that's a normal thing.
I mean with my sister.
Oh yeah, we're fine. Why?
Are you sure? I just get weird vibes from you two.
Oh really?
I thought you two were getting along, but it seems like you don't talk to each other as much these days. So I thought you two had a fight or something.
No way, we're besties.
Are you sure? Well, that's good then. If something happened, you'd let me know, right? It's not good for the baby to be stressed.
Babe, we're really fine. There's nothing to worry about.
Okay, if you say so.
It's just, maybe we could have some good news soon.
What?
Well, I think we can have extra room for kids. So exciting. Danny? What in the world is going on? All of our stuff is packed. What's happening here? Did you do this? Hey!
Good morning, Amy. Why are you freaking out?
Why wouldn't I be freaking out? What's happening?
You're leaving this house.
What?
Why are you surprised? You said you don't like living with me, didn't you? I'm helping you move out. You're welcome.
What? Why? I didn't say we were leaving. I told you to leave this house. Are you serious? You can't just do this.
Oh, really? So you think you can just kick me out of the house? What made you think that? You act like you're the owner of this house when you're not.
What are you talking about? Sooner or later, this house and all the family property will belong to Matthew. That practically means we are the owner of the house. You're acting crazy. Please put back my stuff.
No, you're wrong.
What?
This is my house. If you don't like me, then you should be the one leaving my house. I'm the one who decides who should live in this house and who should be kicked out.
What? Stop lying. This house doesn't belong to you. I know it belongs to your dad for now, and eventually it will belong to Matthew. Seriously, it's embarrassing that you're being so delusional. This is not your house.
You don't know anything about this house. This house doesn't belong to my dad. It's mine.
What? Your dad bought this house, right? Are you saying that you inherited it from your dad without telling us? If that's the case, it's unacceptable. Matthew deserves to be owner of this house, not you.
No, I'm the one who bought this house.
What? How is that possible?
Our original house is gone a few years ago.
What?
Actually, our original house was our grandfather's. It was torn down before you got married to Matthew. Dad and Mom was planning to rent an apartment at that time. But the house I bought has extra rooms. So I offered my parents to live with me.
What? No way that's true. You don't even have a job. How can you buy a beautiful house like this?
I don't know why you still think I'm unemployed. I told you I work from home, right? I'm a digital artist. I'm sure you've seen my work somewhere.
What? Really? You've never told me that.
Yes, I did. I even invited you to my exhibition before.
Oh, I do remember you invited me to some weird exhibition. I thought you'd been unemployed all this time.
It started out as a hobby, but as you can see from this house, I make pretty good money.
No way. But when we started living here, you never told me that it was your house. You were lying to me all this time.
No, I told you. To begin with, 3 years ago, Matthew got laid off and was having trouble making ends meet. He asked me to let him live with me until he could find a new job. That's how it started, right? At that time, Matthew explained to you that this was my house. Don't tell me you forgot.
What? Oh, wait. You are right.
So now you remember. In just 3 years, you've forgotten such an important thing. It's funny how you tried to get rid of me. Even after Matthew got a new job, your family stayed in this house. I can't believe you've acted like it was your own house.
Being pregnant makes me forgetful. I was busy raising my kid too. Anyway, I'm sorry. I hope you can forgive me.
Oh, come on. But it's not like you've been pregnant for the entire 3 years. You can't use your pregnancy as an excuse.
I know. I'm sorry. And I appreciate you letting us live here for so long. I really can't thank you enough. So please, can you let us stay a little longer? Look, I am pregnant. It's a lot for us to move out.
What are you talking about? You guys promised to move out once Matthew gets a job. I think it's the perfect timing for you to move out.
No, we haven't looked for a house or anything yet. And we can't leave this house today. Can't you at least let us stay until the kids are in high school?
No way. I can't live with someone who hates me. I told you, right? I have the right to decide who gets to live there and who gets to leave.
Are you serious? We have nowhere to go. Are you saying you don't care if your brother's family ends up on the streets?
Don't worry, I've already talked to your parents. They are happy to live with you.
What? You talked to my parents?
Yes, you're welcome.
No, I can't go back to my parents' house.
Well, there's no way around it. Your parents sound very excited to live with you.
No. My older brother lives with my parents. We're always on bad terms. There's no way I can live with him.
Sounds like a familiar story, huh?
Please, Danny, let me stay here.
Oh, wait, what did you say again? I'm living as a parasite of my parents, right?
That was just a misunderstanding on my part.
Even though you misunderstood me, how could you say that to my face?
I am so sorry. Please let me stay here a little longer. If I go back to my parents' house, I'll go insane with stress.
Then you know how I feel, right? Just like you don't want to go back to your parents' house, I don't want to live with you anymore. I will be the one to go insane with stress if we keep living together.
Why are you being so mean to me? I have little kids. I am pregnant. Don't you feel sorry for me?
Wow, you think I'm mean? First of all, I allowed your family to live in my house. I even talked to your parents so you can have a place to stay. Meanwhile, you were plastic to me and tried to kick me out of the house. So who is being mean now?
I told you it was all a misunderstanding. I apologized to you so many times. So, can you forgive me or what?
Look at your attitude. How can I forgive you when you are talking to me like this?
I am sorry. Please.
I'm not gonna change my mind. You can't stay here anymore. Please, just leave. You hate me, right? Then please, don't you ever contact me or show your face ever again.
I'm sorry.
Danny, please forgive me. I'm gonna block you now. Even if you come to my room, I'm not gonna talk to you. Good luck with your life. Bye. After that, she came to my room and begged me to let her stay. Next thing I know, she's on a cleaning spree, whipping up dinner like it's her new hobby. It's clear she's only doing it to suck up to me and make sure she can stay in my house. When Matthew gets back, I asked him to talk about the situation with me and Amy. Turns out, Amy was pretending that we were best friends all this time. Meanwhile, she was trying so hard to kick me out from my own house. I explained everything that happened and Matthew decided it's best if they pack up and leave. When Amy found out, she screamed and begged me to let her stay again. But her brother already came to pick them up. Apparently, it's been a decade since they last spoke. Amy was unhappy when she saw her brother, but he apologized and asked if they could start over and rebuild their relationship as siblings. Amy wasn't expecting the sudden reconciliation, but it worked out in the end. I heard they're living happily now, and her brother has become a great uncle to their kids. With them out of the picture, I finally have time to focus on my artwork. Recently, I hosted an exhibition and it was a hit. I made sure to extend an invite to my brother's family and of course Amy. She took the opportunity to apologize once more and show some love for my work. All in all, things turned out pretty great, and I'm excited to keep creating art.
Mom, can we talk? It's about the money I'm sending home. What's wrong? You need to pay me on time. Huh? Isn't that what you wanted to talk about? I can't count on you for anything, can I? Payday is every month on the 12th. $1,500. Otherwise, I won't forgive you. That's not what I meant. What is it then? Starting next month, I'll send the money on the 5th instead. Oh, I see. So, for this month, I'll send you $500 on the 25th. And on the 5th, I'll send you the remaining $1,000 plus an extra $200. What are you talking about? In that case, you should send me the usual $1,500 on the 25th and $1,500 again on the 5th. It's pretty simple. If I did that, I'd be paying you double in 1 month. Well, in that case, send me $3,000 a month starting next time. That's a bit much. All you'd have to do is work longer hours. Mom, why don't you ask my brother to chip in some money too? Why would I do that? He's pulling in more money than I am. Since he lives at home, he can afford it more easily than me, right? I can't believe you! What kind of logic is that? Is that how I raised you? Are you crazy? Your brother has a lot of friends, so he needs a lot of money for entertainment. Since you don't have any friends, you can use that extra money to send back to your family. You have a responsibility to your family, and you are trying to dodge it. I will not tolerate your selfishness. You think I'm being selfish? It seems clear as day to me. Anyway, transfer the $1,500 on the 25th as usual. And when you get paid on the 5th, send another $1,500. That's not happening. What? And I might as well tell you now, I can't keep sending you $1,500 every month either. Excuse me? You have a lot of nerve considering how much I've done for you. I've been helping you out every month for the past 10 years, ever since you divorced Dad. Don't depend on me all the time. Try asking my brother for once. I mean, he still lives with you. There you go again about your brother. I mean, he broke up with Lauren and moved back in with you. You've never worked a day in your life, have you? Olivia! I am your mother. Even though you've turned out a failure, I haven't given up on you. You can repay the favor by sending home the money as usual. Enough with the complaining. Shut your mouth and show your gratitude to me. Got it? Hey, Olivia, why is there only $500 in the account? I thought I said to send the full $1,500. Hurry up and send the rest. Mom, we talked about this the other day. Since I changed the transfer day, I'd send $500 on the 25th and the remaining $1,000 plus $200 on the 5th when I get my paycheck. When we talked about it, I told you that's not the way it should be. $1,500 on the 25th and $1,500 on the 5th. You said you'd be sending $3,000 a month from this time. I've already told you that's not happening. Stop trying to walk all over me. I have a life too, you know. I am not giving you any more money. Olivia, that's enough. You'd best transfer the remaining $2,500 on the 5th. Don't test my patience, Olivia. You better transfer the rest of it. Olivia, where's the $2,500? I only see $1,200 in the account. Put the rest in right this instant. We've already gone over this. I never agreed to $3,000 a month. I can't take this anymore. I'm the one who can't take it. You broke your promise. I never agreed to anything. Well, I've decided your punishment for not sending the full amount. Huh? A punishment? I've already taken care of it. It's too late now. I honestly have no words. $1,500 is more than enough to send home every month. You may as well stop asking for more because I'm not giving it to you. Olivia, you're being cut out of the family. I'm sorry, what? That's your punishment for not sending home money like you should. We had a family meeting. We decided to cut ties with you and move away. You had a family meeting? You mean between my brother and you? Dad's not around, so you surely don't mean him. Obviously, we don't need his input on how to deal with you. What do you mean you're moving away? You have that kind of money? Huh? That's typical of you, Mom. Always spending every cent you have. I sincerely doubt you have much money left over at the end of the month. I'm honestly surprised you could even afford to move. Don't concern yourself with it. You've been cut from the family, so it has nothing to do with you now. So, what are you trying to say? If you want to know where we are moving, increase my monthly allowance from $1,500 to $3,000. There you go again. If you agree to that, you won't be cut from the family, and I'll even give you our new address. It's really up to you. If you value your family, do as I ask. You have 3 days to make up your mind. Hey, Olivia. I'm Lauren. Sorry it's been so long. Oh, hey, Lauren. It has been a while. Sorry for coming by so late. It's no problem. I heard you broke up with my brother. Well, about that, I need your help. Oh no, don't tell me my brother did something bad. Not just him, actually. Your mom, too. My mom? What the hell is going on? They burst in my apartment with all their stuff today. You have to be kidding. They were in my living room when I got home from work. Your brother returned my apartment key when we broke up, but it seems he had a spare. Please don't tell me they're trying to move in with you. Well, that's what he said at least. I think I'm going insane. In case he forgot, I reminded him that we had broken up and no longer lived together. He said, "I have no intention of leaving you," and showed me the spare key he held on to. After that, your mom jumped in and said, "You can marry my son and we can all live together from today." Then she said, and I kid you not, "From now on, you have to support us." I'm literally speechless. Anyway, I grabbed my valuables and got out of there. I went to City Hall and let them know I have no intention to get married, just in case they try something crazy.
If you don't want to be there, you can crash at my place.
You sure?
Of course, it's no problem. It's my family causing you trouble after all, so it's the least I can do.
But my mom and brother can't know that we've been in contact. That would be bad news. You're a lifesaver. My parents live far away, so I was starting to panic. Olivia! You still haven't sent the $3,000, have you? I know we cut you off, but I'd just like to say, we've decided to give you 3 more days. We hope you'll do the right thing. That is, if you love your family and care about our whereabouts. Just like clockwork, Mom. What? Oh, did you finally come to your senses about the $3,000 a month? If I don't agree, I'm cut out of the family, right? Correct. Gotcha. In that case, I'll be moving too. Huh? You're both staying at Lauren's place now, right? I heard through the grapevine. Who told you? Lauren's already in the process of moving. Don't even think you can come move in with me. I'm not talking about moving into Lauren's place. Her lease expires in 10 days. What? 10 days? That's how long you have before you have to move out of the apartment. What are you trying to say? I happened to get in touch with Lauren and she told me everything. Like what? She said after she broke up with my brother, she started looking for a new apartment. Well, she found one and signed a new lease. She was just about to pack everything up and make the move just when you two invited yourselves in. You are making this up, right? I don't get why you'd even go to Lauren's apartment in the first place. Speaking of moving out, I also heard you and my brother were evicted from your apartment for not paying the rent on time. What? Where did you hear that? I received the bill for the overdue rent. I felt bad for the landlord, so I paid it myself. As I thought, since you were being selfish by not sending the money, I thought it would be a good idea. So, I don't need to support you anymore, right? What? Because you've disassociated with me. Don't you think it's kind of crazy to ask for money from someone you've cut ties with? You don't get it. I mean, if I'm really not part of the family anymore. You weren't even going to tell me where you're moving. Anyway, don't worry about paying me back for the rent. Hold on a second. All of the money I've been sending home has gone to paying down the enormous debt from your shopping sprees, I imagine. And my brother, who I thought I could count on, he got fired for something he did at work, and now he's being charged for damages. I think it's safe to assume you two were probably trying to get me to pay for that as well. Wouldn't that account for the $3,000 you've been going on about? Pay me back for everything I've done for you. Excuse me? I'll move in with you, but you have to tell me where you're moving. Like hell I will. Why not? You said you disavowed me. It doesn't have to be that way. I'm totally okay with being disavowed. What? Yep. New message from Lauren. If you don't leave my apartment now, I'm calling the police. The police? It's called breaking and entering. Hold on a second. Your brother and I have nowhere to go. All we have is $100. Not my problem. Well, nice knowing you, Mom. I'm all moved in to my new apartment. It's got pretty good security. Of course, the rent is more expensive, but I make $6,000 a month. It honestly wasn't too hard to send Mom the $1,500. But I have no intention of telling them that. If they found out, they'd keep badgering me for the rest of my life. After that whole ordeal, the two of them were taken care of by the police. My mom's uncle took them in after that. I told my relatives the whole situation and they said they'd take care of it. Now they have to live under my great-uncle, the scariest person in the family. I heard they've been assigned hard labor from dawn to dusk. Every penny they earn for their wages is going towards paying off their debts.
Thanks for your hard work, Mary. Thanks for delivering Ted's change of clothes yesterday. That was no big deal. I'm relieved to see Ted is doing better than I expected. I was surprised when I heard he had broken his leg and been admitted. I'm sorry I made you worry. My sons or I should have gone to change his clothes. But Tyson says he can't because he works late every night. Keith finally got a job offer and is busy studying for it. I don't have a driver's license, so I can't go often. I'm glad a nice person like you are Tyson's fiancé. I'm sure you're busy with your work too. It must be hard for you to move back and forth between my house, the hospital, and your place. You even did his laundry at home. No problems. We're going to be a family in the future. It's nothing. I thought the laundry might be too much. But both you and Keith were not home when I went there, so I took the laundry home. It's totally fine, thank you. It's just, the way you folded the laundry was weird. If you fold them like that, they'll get wrinkles. What? Is that so? I'm sorry. That's how we folded at my parents' house. I'll show you how we fold ours. Come over when I'm here. You'll visit me frequently. I'll teach you everything I know. Thank you very much. I'll visit you when I have some free time. 1 week later. Hello, Mary. Are you still at the hospital? Oh, hi. I'm already back at the office. I still have some work to do today. Oh, really? Then what should I do? I wanted to ask you to do some shopping. Shopping? Could you do that for me? I looked in the fridge today and it was empty. You see, I don't drive. It's hard to go shopping. But there is a supermarket near your house, right? It's about a 5-minute walk. That supermarket is expensive. I'd go broke if I had to go there every time. You have to be a good saver, Mary. Okay. Well, please go shopping anyway. Rice, milk, eggs, vegetables, meat. I'm sorry, just a minute. I still need to finish work today. Will you go to the nearby supermarket today? You can get what's necessary today. I'll go on my day off for the rest. I can't carry heavy things back and forth. Then you can ask Tyson or Keith to drive you there. Tyson is at work. I told you Keith is busy studying. Keith got a job offer at Ford Heavy Industries. He's going to start work soon. So he's studying hard. You can't interfere with that, can you? Is it so difficult to go shopping for just an hour? I saw Keith at the mall the other day. Besides, I'm busy with work too. Work is very important for Keith. Go shopping, please. Okay, I'll come by later. Hello, Mary. Will you go shopping and cook for me today? What? Again? I made some dishes for you yesterday. I thought there was enough for a week. I know. Keith didn't like them, so I threw them all away. What? You threw them all away? He said they taste different. The seasoning was a little off. Can you make it again? What? Why did you throw it all away? You told me Keith wanted a different kind of dish. That's why you asked me to cook something. And you threw them all away? What are you doing? I did ask you to cook, but Keith is used to my style of cooking. Anyway, I threw them out. You could have re-seasoned or rearranged them. There are many ways to eat it. It's a waste to throw them all away. Oh my, are you saying it's my fault? That's terrible. It's your fault for making something we don't like. How can you say that? Are you feeding Tyson that food? I feel sorry for him. Okay, I'll cook for you again. By the way, what about the money for the things I bought yesterday? What? Are you going to charge me? You made something I can't eat. You've got a lot of guts. You haven't paid me back for all the shopping I've done for you. I need a car to go to the bank. It's not easy without Ted. Don't you have any compassion? But you've been talking back to me a lot. I never argued with my mother-in-law. Women these days are so sassy. I'm sorry. Well, it's okay for now. I'll see you later. Hi, Mary. Did you vacuum my house today? It's so dusty. I did it this morning. I vacuumed all the rooms. You just vacuumed? You didn't even wipe down the floor? I can't believe it. Don't tell me you don't wipe down your floor. You'll make Tyson sick. I go all the way to your place in the busy morning hours. Do you expect me to vacuum and wipe your floor in just 30 minutes? I need to go to work. I'm willing to help because you have a backache. You should ask Keith to do it. I can't go every morning. It's too much work. How dare you? Don't you want to help us? Did I say something wrong? It's time for my meeting. Bye. Hello, Mary. What's today? I brought Ted's clothes yesterday. Shopping? Housework? I'm still at work. Can I text you later? You're putting work first again. I knew it. We were right after all. What is it? After seeing your behavior over the past month, we decided to call off the engagement. You are not fit to be a wife in this family. What? I'm so disappointed in you. I thought you were a decent young lady. You're a terrible cook and a lousy cleaner. The way you fold the laundry is all wrong. And all you said was work, work, work. A woman should never use work as an excuse. And when I asked you to do the shopping, you told me to ask my sons to do it. You tried to leave everything to others. You don't even thank me when I try to teach you my cooking. I'm worried about Tyson's future with you. I realized it was a mistake for you guys to be engaged. What? I wanted to teach you our way, but you're always running away to work. So I gave up and decided to get a new one. You are not so young anyways. I wasn't sure if I could see my grandchildren. I don't understand. So you guys had a family meeting? Did everyone agree to call off the engagement? Not just you, but Tyson too? That's right. Tyson favors my opinion. He said, if mom says no, then no. I see. So the engagement's off. I don't want a woman like you in my family. I want a younger, prettier, more devoted daughter-in-law. I understand. If you insist, then let's call off the engagement. Thank you for being so understanding. Well then, I rescind the job offer for Keith. I look forward to Keith's continued success. What? A job offer? Yes, the job offer from Ford Heavy Industries. I'm rescinding it with the breakup of my engagement. Since I no longer have any relationship with you guys, I have no obligation to give you any favors. What are you talking about? Are you saying that you're rescinding the job offer? Are you saying that because you're angry? There's no way you can do such thing. What are you talking about? I'm CEO of Ford Heavy Industries. What? CEO? You are? Don't tell me you didn't know that. I thought I told you when I first met you. No, but that's impossible. I can believe you're the CEO of Ford Heavy Industries. Did you know Ford Group? Ford Heavy Industries is a subsidiary of Ford Group. It's a big group company. Yes, I know. I see it on TV commercials all the time. I know, right? My grandfather is the head of the Ford Group. His name is Jonathan Ford. Huh? By the way, Ted knew about this. He knew about my company and my grandfather. Ted asked me to hire Keith, so I offered him this position. Really? Ted asked you? I had no idea. Did you think he got the job offer on his own? Keith dropped out of college. He had no work experience. Do you think he could get this job offer? Are you kidding? Ted was worried about him and begged me to hire Keith. I thought I'd give Keith some training. That was a waste of my time and effort. What? Really? He was going to be my future brother-in-law, but the engagement has been called off, so I am canceling the job offer. Oh, no. Wait a minute, I understand. You can marry Tyson. You guys have engaged again. That's fine. What's fine? I've got to make time to take care of Ted's errands, shopping, and housework. I'm busy with work, but I did it all by myself. You haven't even paid me back on groceries, and I don't complain about it. I did more than enough work. You insulted me, calling me old, ugly, and a lousy housekeeper? Then you told me you called off the engagement? Do you think I'm not angry? I told you I forgive you. I'll approve of your marriage. Huh? I don't need that now. My love for Tyson's has fallen to the ground because of this incident. He made me take care of his father. He couldn't stop his mother's outbursts. Instead, he agreed with you to call off our engagement. I don't need a man like that. What's the point of giving me forgiveness or approval? Isn't it you who should be asking for forgiveness? I am still waiting to receive a word of apology. I mean, I feel bad. I feel bad for everything I did. You feel bad? Can't you even apologize properly? Even elementary school kids know how to say sorry. Why don't you learn some common sense before you critique others? Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything. Please forgive me. Well, I won't accept your apology. I understand the engagement was canceled. I'll tell my parents and hire a lawyer. Let's call it off officially in a couple of days. I'll ask you to return the expenses. No, wait a minute. No. Pretend it never happened. I won't do it again, and I'll pay you back, please. I've already made up my mind. I'm so glad I didn't marry Tyson. I got to know the true nature of Tyson and my MIL. Oh, I shouldn't call you MIL anymore. I'm no longer Tyson's fiancée. I shouldn't even text you anymore. It's not worth contacting my ex-boyfriend's mother, so I will delete your number. Please delete my number from your phone too. Hey, wait a minute. Now, if you'll excuse me, thank you for everything. Please. After that, Andrea and her sons came to apologize in a panic. I was at my parents' house, so I never saw them again. They came to my office. They also got down on their knees and apologized. I ignored all of these and won the engagement breakup with a lawyer. Ted was discharged from the hospital and found out everything that happened. He slapped divorce papers on Andrea, and they are now living separately. Tyson was still in love with me and continued living in the same place. However, the rent was too high. He was evicted and moved back to her parents' house. Keith had his job offer rescinded, and he started job hunting again. But no one wants to hire him so far. Andrea's neighbors call her a nightmare MIL. They are the target of criticism and ridicule. Their arrogance in trying to test people caused them so much pain. 6 months later, I went on a blind date. I am married to a calm and gentle husband who supports me well. I am so glad I got rid of that family. I will continue to do my best.
Hey, Sophia, you old lady. Why are you at my kid's preschool? Long time no see, Molly. It's been a while since you ran away opposing your dad in my marriage. Has it been 6 years or so? Answer my question. Don't tell me you had a baby. Yes, 3 years ago. Seriously? For real? You were 40 when you married my dad, so you must be 46 now. You had a baby 3 years ago? Meaning you gave birth at 43? That's right. Oh my god, I can't. What? You mean my half-brother or sister goes to the same preschool as my son? Well, does that mean my child is same age as his aunt or uncle whose mom is an old lady? That's so gross. Molly, did you have a baby too after you ran away and cut contact with us? Yeah, I got pregnant when I was 19, and so we got married. I see. I heard from people that you got married, but I didn't know you had a child too. Well, you know a lot of guys like me. I'm not like you, an old lady who had a baby so late in her life. I wish you wouldn't talk like that. I mean, is this a joke or what? An old pregnant woman? You haven't changed a bit. By the way, is yours a boy or a girl? I have a son. That makes me with a younger brother and he is my baby's uncle? Give me a break. I never imagined having a younger sibling at this age, even step-siblings. In fact, oops, I gotta go now. I'm going for lunch with a bunch of young moms my age. I have no intention of being friends with your son or his old mom, by the way. I don't want my kids to get grossed out about you, so make sure you stay away from him. Bye. Molly? Oh, hey, Sophia. It's so rare you text me. Can you please not spread strange rumors about me at preschool? What are you talking about? I have proof that you are the source of the rumors. You're telling people that I intentionally got pregnant so that I can marry your dad, and that the father of my son is actually someone I cheated on with. Oh, that. That's almost true, isn't it? No, it's not true. If you had such doubts, you should have asked and checked the facts. I don't need to check the facts. I have proof. Proof? I don't want you and your kid getting close to mine and my friend's kids. It's going to be a bad influence. What proof? I saw you cheating. Me? I wanted to see Dad since I haven't seen him in a while, but I didn't know where he lives now, so I followed you home so that I can see him. You followed me? Guess what? I saw you walk into an apartment with a man who was obviously younger than you. I don't know if you brought him into your home or he took you to his. It's pretty obvious you're cheating. It's indefensible. You got it wrong. Plus, I took a closer look at the kid's face and he doesn't look anything like Dad. Instead, I came to notice that your son looks a lot like the guy you're cheating with. That's when I thought maybe your kid is not my dad's son. Is that why you started the rumor? Hey, Dad is not the father of your son, is he? No, he is not. What? Wait, seriously? Well, I'm gonna tell my dad. First, I need to find out where you guys live. Then he should file for divorce. Your dad and I are already split. What? We got separated after 6 months into our marriage. The younger man you saw is my current husband. You're remarried? Yeah. He's my junior at work. I was 5 years older than him, but he said it was okay. I remarried my current husband when I was 42. And then we had a son who looked just like him. Ah, I see. Which means you cheated on Dad after all. What? Obviously, you had a divorce after 6 months. It's because you cheated on him. I bet you couldn't resist the younger guy who came flirting with you. So gross. That's why I hate MILF. That makes your dad gross too, then. Huh? It was your dad who cheated on me. Huh? What do you mean? Seems like you haven't heard anything from him, have you? Can't help it. Dad changed his number and I totally lost contact with him. Oh, I see. He told me he was going to speak with you, so I didn't say anything. The false rumors that you spread at preschool, you're speaking ill of my husband and son. So I guess I'll have to tell you what happened over the past 6 years. What? You mean you're not being a sore loser, but you're actually telling the truth? Yeah. When you were against our marriage, I thought of calling it off, but your father had already registered the marriage. That's why we rushed to tell you that we got married. Then you ran out a month later and didn't hear from you again. Well, yeah. And the 4 months after that, I found out about your dad's affair with a woman who was young as his children. No way! We got divorced 2 months after that. Seriously? What is he doing now? I haven't seen him since then. I don't have his current contact info. I see. Well, Molly, now that you know the whole scope of the story, you're going to correct the rumors, are you? What? You should be accountable for spreading false rumors. Hey, what a hassle. If you don't correct it, I have no choice but to sue you for libel. Huh? You're overreacting. Your harassment is giving us negative effects in our lives. You know what? You're the one who has to clean up your own mess. Clean up my mess? If you and Dad are no longer together and your son is not related to my dad, that makes me a complete stranger, so I have nothing to do with this. You're the one who started the rumor. You old ladies are such a pain in the ass. I'm going to go ahead and start an even bigger rumor. I'll do it so that you can't stay at our preschool anymore. Molly, I'm going to visit my close mom friends for the first time. I don't want you to spoil the good time. So, I'm going to block you now. Sophia, I need to ask you something, or I need you to explain to me something. Oh, hey. I thought you blocked me. When I went to my mom's friend's house today, Dad was there. What? My friend introduced him to me as her husband. Your friend? Could she be... Is her name Amy? Yes. What's her last name? Same as my maiden name. We actually became close because our names were the same. Wait, does that mean... I think it's her. I see. I did notice a girl who looked just like her within the circle of your friends. Seems like she has a different makeup now. Wait. So you're saying... Dad was messing with a girl my age? That's right. Then Amy's 3 boys, they are my half-brothers? That's what it would be. No, I don't like it. Don't tell me. But I don't like it. Molly, you shouldn't talk abusively about newborn babies. Besides, you're in no position to criticize other people. Huh? Hey, Sophia, help me. What is it? I don't know what it is, but I got a letter asking me to pay for something. Is it a continent certified mail? That's it. Do you have any ideas who's the sender? Of course not. It's totally insane to ask me to pay such a huge lump sum of money. You still don't get it? What is it? It means your boyfriend's wife must have found out about your affair. What? No way. She contacted me a while ago. I told her everything I could tell her about you, the rumors you spread about me. The father of my son is actually a man who I cheated with. This was your own story, wasn't it? Oh, no. That is, the father of your child was not your husband, but a married man with whom you were having an affair, isn't it? You've got to help me. The wife said that he and his wife has 2 children together. What about it? Which means they are half-siblings with your child. What? You were disgusted with the idea of having half-siblings, but that is exactly what you are doing. Gosh, no! I see. Looks like now you finally know. No way! What the hell? No! Help me. I'm not gonna help you. Why not? I'm responsible for protecting my own family, my son and my husband, not you. Why? What do you mean? There's only one thing I can tell you, Molly. All babies are entitled to be happy no matter what their circumstances are. You must face her and protect her as a mother. Don't give me the crap. And about spreading my false rumors, I don't intend to let it pass after what you had done to my family. What? Brace yourself, Molly. Molly's husband filed a divorce and also the wife of the man who she had an affair with. Both Molly and her boyfriend were charged with alimony, along with the child support. I also filed a claim for compensation for libel against Molly, and she had to pay it in full at once. The story spread, and one thing led to another. Then people started to talk about how Amy stole my ex-husband. You can call me relentless, but I had to do what I had to do. The false rumors that Molly started about me were quite widespread. I took immediate action because it was affecting my son and my husband. Soon after, Molly and Amy left the preschool one after another. As for Molly, some relatives of her offered help. I was relieved to hear that they were sensible people. Macy. Are you working today? Yes, I'm working today too. Macy. Why don't you quit your job already? Otherwise, you'll never get better at cooking. You know what? Why don't you take the rest of the day off today and come over to my side of the house? Now? Come to think of it, I've never seen you cook. I'm sure you're not very good at since your cooking is horrible. I will give you a personal cooking lesson. Oh, you don't have to buy the ingredients, or rather you shouldn't. The true cooking skill is to be able to prepare a dish with whatever you find in your fridge. Rose? I have a meeting now. What? A meeting? I hold a position in the company. What? You're a woman and you hold a position? It's not politically correct nowadays to state your gender bias like that. I see. Now we know why you're not a good cook. What? You're a mess because you're too busy working and not taking care of your family. If you want to work like a man, don't get married. I don't know why Kyle married you. Now get off work and come over here. The meeting is about to start, so if you'll excuse me. Huh? Macy? Hey, Macy. Mom is blowing up my phone with messages. She says that you don't listen to her, that you have an attitude, and she feels sorry for me that I have to eat your horrible cooking. And she wants me to convince you to quit job as soon as possible, and so on. What's going on? Hey, Kyle. How's your business trip going? Hey, so what's up? She says that I'm a horrible cook. What? Do you remember I cooked a Christmas dinner for her? She started to criticize me after that. Well, I guess that was the first time Mom tasted your dishes. Well, I'm not a pro, and the taste may not be to everyone's liking, but I don't think it's that bad. I think you're a great cook. To be honest, I fell in love with you partly because you feed me so well with tasty dishes. I can't wait to come home and eat yours. Well, I'm happy you like it so much. I'm sorry about my mom. Even though it's just for a temporary, you have to deal with her. I don't understand why she doesn't like your cooking, but just don't mind her. I guess you're right. I'll tell her too, but let me know if she's persistent about it. Okay, I'll see how things go. Oh, no! You're cooking again! Kyle said that he's on a business trip, so I thought I'll give you a chance to work on your cooking skills. You're as useless as ever. What is this all of a sudden? I mean, what do you mean? My cooking? I hardly cook while Kyle is on a business trip. That's why. You're cutting corners. Wait, you're not... Are you out our side of the house without our permission? Well, it's my house. What do you care? Do you know what it means to have two households? I'm here to kindly instruct you on your tasteless cooking. You have no right to complain. And is this a leftover dish? I defrosted your leftover in the freezer and it's really bad. You have to serve a freshly cooked meal. That's what the homemade cooking is all about. Rose? There are no leftovers because Kyle is on a business trip right now, and I usually don't cook extra when I'm alone. But there were actually some in the freezer. It looks like a stew. A stew? Your cooking is always so bad. It's beyond disgusting. What is this seasoning that makes me so sick? You know what? I tossed it, just so you know. I can't let my son eat this. It's your stew. What? Mine? I think you gave it to Kyle the other day because I wasn't home, saying you cooked it too much. But he had already eaten, so he put it straight in the freezer. Kyle told me about it in the next morning, before he left for a business trip. Is that so? Yes, but I've been working overtime for the past couple of days and have been eating at the cafeteria at work. That's why it's still there in the freezer. Well, then I'm quite positive I didn't leave any leftovers in our freezer. I'm pretty sure it's your stew. I see. Well, perhaps I'm coming down with a cold or something that might taste it a bit off. Oh, is that so? In that case, you should get some rest. I guess I will. See you then.
Macy, did something happen?
What do you mean?
It's about Mom. She texted me and said that you set her up.
Set her up?
She said you putting something in her food or something. I'm just wondering what happened.
Well, I didn't do anything. Let me just explain the whole story. She entered our side of the house without permission, sneaked around and pulled out stew from the freezer. She then defrosted it and tasted it and complained to me that it's horrible and she tossed it. That's what happened.
The stew?
The one you left in the freezer. You told me I shouldn't eat it and said that you'll take care of it after you came home.
Oh yeah, that is really bad.
Is that so?
Mom always adds a bag of sugar, a bag of salt, and a whole bar of butter as her secret seasoning.
That much?
She knows she's not a great cook, but she's not aware of her deleterious taste.
Is she the type of person who puts food on the table without tasting it and never eats it herself?
Bingo. Our breakfast was always simply store-bought bread and salad, and lunch was on our own. The most problematic was dinner, where we all had to sit down at the table together. She was concerned about her stomach problems, so she wouldn't eat it, only fruits and yogurts.
No one said anything to her?
Even if we did, you know she wouldn't listen.
Ah, paranoia.
Exactly. That's the whole reason why my dad divorced her. But she doesn't get it all.
I see.
Luckily, my sister became a designated chef when she was still in middle school and continued till she got married. I moved out after I finished high school and got by somehow. I wouldn't have imagined that she would bully her daughter-in-law being blind to her own fault. I know it's only for a short period of time, but I'm really putting you through the wrench. I'm really sorry.
Well, it hasn't become a critical issue yet, but...
Yeah, I know. It's reaching the limit.
Oh, hey, you're back. Everything in the fridge is gone. Was that you? Yes, I did it. I moved all the contents of your refrigerator to mine. Why did you do that? Because you will be living with me from today. What? You're also quitting your job at the end of this month. What are you talking about? All of your evil deeds. I'm going to have to completely fix you and improve you. What are you talking about? Did I do something to you? I think you're being a little too arrogant. I'm going to teach you the flavor of our family. Besides, that Christmas dinner you cooked, didn't I tell you to prepare from scratch? That's what I did. You're lying. You must have ordered from a restaurant, didn't you? Otherwise, there's no way you can cook like that. What? Is that what you thought about my Christmas dinner? It's true, isn't it? I'm mad at you that you're pretending to be a good cook. Not only did you trample on my kindness to be a better cook, you added something weird to my stew and made it so nasty. And then you blamed it all on my cooking. I'm so ashamed that Kyle is married to such a rotten bastard like you. I really want you to divorce him, but I'll give you a chance. Come over to my side of the house, quick. Okay. I will discipline you starting today. I'm sorry I'm such a bad cook. Then why don't you cook it yourself from today? Huh? I'm staying at a hotel tonight. Sorry, Kyle. I'm staying at a hotel tonight. What's wrong? I'm on my way back from a business trip now. Your mom transferred all the food from the fridge to hers. Why did she do that? It's a long story, so I'll send you screenshots of her messages. I'll leave it to you to decide what to do. Okay. Mom! Hi, Kyle. Macy called me and said that she's staying at the hotel tonight. I know. I was going to train her to be your good wife, but she's got no guts. I'll cook her while she's gone. Yikes. What? What do you mean, discipline her? Of all things, how dare you criticize her cooking? How can you do such a thing? Because, do you know what she did with that Christmas dinner? That really was her cooking, all of them. What? I can be the witness because I was there to assist her. Well, then what about that stew? She didn't add anything weird. That's your cooking, Mom. What? I put it in the freezer as soon as you gave it to me. I strictly told Macy not to touch it or eat it. Plus, I can't believe you think she added something bad to it to humiliate you. You know Macy works for a food company and she's in charge of preventing food losses. Do you really think she would do something like that? What? Is that what she does? Mom, will you get out of the house as soon as possible? Huh? Did you forget that we're only living together for a limited time? That's just what you say publicly, right? What are you talking about? Macy's parents are supposed to move into the side where you're occupying now in the first place. What? They'll be back from their overseas assignment next month and will move in. I know I told you that. Wait a minute. No, I won't wait. You're able to live here temporarily because Macy's being nice to you, and yet you have some nerve.
But I have no place to live if I live here. It's your fault for cooking such stinky food that spoiled your apartment and got kicked out. Plus, Uncle is supposed to refer you to a job, right? What? I thought I turned that down. You're supposed to go there as soon as you're done living here with us. I said that's just what you say publicly, but I'm making here my final home. Don't you understand? This house is Macy's parents' house to begin with. What? Is that so? We explained it to you in the first place because that's the whole point of you living here temporarily. How can you forget all about it? Because I thought you owned the house, which makes me in a higher position as your mom than your wife. I don't know what to say. Your nonsense makes me crazy. I'm staying at a hotel with Macy tonight. What? Forget about living here with us anymore. No! I called Uncle earlier to come to pick you up. You better pack your stuff so you can leave this weekend. That weekend, my mother-in-law was put in the van of Kyle's uncle, who is her brother, along with her belongings and left the house. Luckily, she was ordering most of her meals and she hardly cooked. So she didn't spoil the house with the nasty smell of her cooking seeping in the walls. But we requested professional house cleaning anyway. Kyle suggested that we charge the cleaning fee to her. It will be deducted from her next month's salary in installments. The following month, my parents returned from an overseas assignment. Kyle is very close to my parents and was looking forward to living with them even more than I was. We are now enjoying living as two households under one roof, visiting each other, maintaining a perfect distance and relationship with my parents.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.